Good evening. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net on the 08 machine. I'm Dave, KD7BYM. Western Washington Amateur Television Society is a group of amateur radio enthusiasts that take to the airwaves with fast scan television. We have a repeater located up on Cougar Mountain. We transmit on 70 centimeters, crossband repeater, and spits out images in 1.2 gigahertz. So before we get underway with the net this evening, take a pause in case anybody has emergency traffic or needs to make a contact. Hearing none, we'll get underway. Who wants to check in this evening?
WW7N Whiskey Uniform 7 November with Leon via IP connection.
Okay, you have Lee, M7KC?
That is correct, M7KC and WU7N. And 7KC, I guess, then is third party.
No problem. Again, is there anybody else who would like to check in to the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net? WB7ATS. And we got WB7BHS. WU7N. James, you there?
Connected, WU7N.
This is WU7N. I don't know why I could not get in on my handheld. At least I don't know what the problem was there, but I'm on Echo Link. You copy now?
I got you on Echo Link. I don't know what's going on with the repeater. It's coming back with a lot of Well, just noise.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and see if I can get Lee's picture up. Am I still on audio? Can you still copy me? I'm not sure. I think I may be screen short here.
You're...
Dave, do you copy me on audio? Net control, this is WW7N. Do you copy? I'm coming in via Echo Link.
WW7N, I copy.
Okay, do you copy now?
I copy now.
We turn it over to Lee and 7KC. That's the video image you're seeing right now. Lee, go ahead.
Okay, very good. This is 7KC, Lee in Port Angeles. Now, I had a text from Rich earlier this afternoon saying that we've got the echo link going, and sure enough it is. And it seems to be working pretty well for me. I've got my, well, I want to say hi to Jim down in Rochester and also you, Dave. And I think it's just the four of us at the moment. But James has got apparently got a scan converter on the system now, and he can catch some Skype video through Cougar for transmission. And I'm showing up on the screen with a pretty darn decent picture, so he came in pretty darn good. Let's see. Now Michelle's been in here for 3 days, and cold at times today, but it clouded over and got real cold with the wind off the water. The Twister race started this morning, so it's been going out at 10 o'clock. So, there's a really nice app on the computer if you're interested in that. It's called tracker.thriftstore.org. And if you take a peek at that, it's kind of fun to see the various boats in their position. There's several, the big race is being run by not all of the boats. Some of them are going to the Bay and doubling back to Victoria. I think some are going to Flower Bay and doubling back. And some are going clear out to the Victoria Swift Shore, they have to round the buoy and then get back to Victoria. They'll get back tomorrow sometime. Anyway, they had quite a wind down the spot, so they were beating up wind pretty hard, and most of them were striking across the strait. It looks like they're going to then they're going to tack over and try to get up a big speed, kind of get up to around the buoy. I'm down to 27 seconds here, Dave. And so I think what I'm going to do is to say this is 7KC, Lee in Port Angeles, interviewed via Echo Link. I'm on the screen via James, W7N. So back to maybe I'll send it back to James. He's kind of in control of things here with me. So back to you, James.
Well, I'm not sure saying I'm in control is exactly correct. Let's just say it's my computer, and like so many computer things, I'm not sure if I'm in control or not. Let me see if I can get, my computer software allows me Skype or my camera, but as you can see on the screen right now, it says close other apps, we will cut you off. So clearly I've got some... I just heard a ding-dong indicating either somebody connected or disconnected from Echo Link. Okay, Dave, audio check. Can you copy me now?
WU7N, yes, I'm copying you. KD7CYM.
Well, maybe it's good. There's only 4 of us here tonight. Thank you and Jim down south for your patience here as we kind of work through this. It's a lot of fun to get it all working.
I guess I'm going to take my trip here with an exciting picture of Lee in the upper right-hand corner and close other apps on the screen. Let me see if I can do something with that.
Connected N7KC.
Okay, I see Lee got reconnected. And I don't know if well, I'm not quite sure here. Okay, well, I'm the little I'm the little picture down under WW7ATS in the lower right-hand part of the screen right now, I guess. I'll have to figure out how to get that bigger. Lee, you got something? Light rain, I think, early this morning here, but not very much, just a light mist. I find it just fascinating how accurate the weather here in the Northwest can be at times, because they said it would be, I think they said it was up until 2 a.m. or something. That's almost exactly what it was. Anyway, beautiful weather today, and I will say this, though. I used to have an owl living in the greenbelt in my back, and apparently I don't know whether it moved on. I suspect it may have simply moved on, or it was poisoned by rat poison. I'm not sure what, but I miss it because now I've got 2 bird's nests to take care of and under the eaves of my house, and we won't even talk about what's happening to my car every day now. It never happened when there was an owl on patrol. Anyway, with that high point, I'm going to turn it back to net. This is WU7N and N7KC.
Well, WU7N, you did hold Lee's picture up there coming back on 1.2 gig. I get a really poor image coming back on 1.2, but I'm able to monitor the streaming video, and Lee's image almost looked like a P5 coming in there. Very, very good. So let's go down to WB7BHN. Jim.
Hey, this is WB7BHN. Well, fortunately, the repeater has come back and I can hear it down there. It's up to full scale again, or it should be. But for a while, I could hear you on it, but I couldn't quite make out what you were saying. The thing was not even registering on the meter at all, so I don't know what happened to it. It must have been, it must have an amplifier or something on it that quit working for a while. It was kind of strange, but it seems to be working just fine now. And I was a little bit late getting here. I was on 20 meters and realized it was time for the net, and I had to get off there, turn the volume down on the ATS rig, and turn the power on for this one, and get ready for the net. I almost got busy, and I don't know why I happened to look at the clock, but I did realize it was time to get off 20 meters and get on 2 meters here in the net. So with that, we'll turn it back just to that WB7BHN.
WB7BHN. Well, thanks with that, and got a good audio report for you on this one. Almost full quieting coming across on the OAB repeater. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, 87 WYM. And for me, boy, it's been kind of an exciting week, still clearing out stuff from the basement. Thought I'd have to do a furnace replacement, but it turns out the people that worked on my furnace said there was an obstruction in the chimney, so finally I got a hold of the chimney sweep after the 4th try. The guy came out and said, yeah, I know what it is. It's where the outward gas pipe on the furnace goes into the wall, or into the chimney at right angles. And that had filled up with sand over the many, many years, and that caused a back pressure shutdown on the furnace. It was huffing and puffing, and couldn't get the gases to escape. So anyway, came in and didn't go up to the top of the roof, but was very wise, came down to the basement, put the piping away that goes into the back, took his brush, and from the bottom, moved it up and down, and that got the sand loose. And anyway, there was almost 3/4 of a gallon of sand he got out of the chimney where it goes to the wall, to the furnace. So that was kind of interesting, and put it all back together, and the furnace seems to be functioning fine now and doesn't do an automatic shutdown. So at least that part went right. Good to find somebody finally. One guy came out and looked and said, "Oh, your roof is too steep. I'll get back to you." And hadn't heard from that person in a week. So called up this other next one on my list, and the guy said, "Yeah, I'll come out and take a look." But he said, "If you're going to get a new furnace, they have to check that out anyway." So anyway, I was hoping that maybe it was just the obstruction, and he found it, and that was it. So anyway, that's down. That was one of my projects. Had a whole bunch of peanuts, the kind you use for packing. And, I say I accumulated with a bunch of boxes I had of stuff that was inside that had been shipped to me with the peanuts were probably equivalent to 3 of the 90-gallon waste cans that the city of Seattle has for recycling. And so I was kind of concerned you can't run them into the garbage, and you can't recycle them. So they have to go to the garbage, and man, that would take forever to get rid of in my case. So I was talking with Ron, and his wife had suggested, why don't you try recycling and go to a packaging place? And I did out here in Lake City. I went to Federal Express and their facility, and they said no, they didn't want them. And then there was another place that has Package Plus in Lake City. The guy was overwhelmed with joy to be able to get all those. So I got those out, and the recycling happened with that. So I'm a happy camper. That's 2 out of 3. And the third thing was I've got some trees that are causing me some problems. Basically, even with ATV, I'm shooting through these and an oak tree that really kind of blocks my signal, and especially the 1.2 gig coming back. So made contact with an arborist today. He's going to come out Monday with his crew and trim the trees around. I've got 2 trees to take out, small trees, but prefers pruning them back rather than removing the trees totally. So that'll be kind of interesting. And his price was way below what it would cost to have the trees totally removed. And that will happen Monday, hopefully. I'm going to call back today. Came in this morning with a bid, and it looks really good. And so I'm looking forward to that Monday. Possibly Wednesday, I'll have a better signal on here. So that's what's been going on in my life. This is Dave, 87 WYM. So let's go back up to the top. James, WW7ATS.
Hey Lee, you're on the air. I don't know how long that's going to take to come through on streaming on video. I'll tell you what. I guess I'll go first because I'm kind of curious. So you found a packing place to take your styrofoam peanuts. Is that correct?
Affirmative. A little place in Lake City called Mailboxes Plus, and they handle packages for shipping, plus a mailbox operation.
Okay, yeah, I'm familiar with a place not too far from my house, and you can't make this up. The name of their little packing place is called Going Postal. And I'll see if they, because I've got the same problem. I think I used some styrofoam packing peanuts as a base material when I repotted my one plant, and that only left about 20 gallons left. I noticed that Amazon now has gone to these bags filled with air, and that's probably why, because my recycler, regular recycler, doesn't want them either. And I'm glad to hear you got your furnace fixed. That's quite an accomplishment. And you really had a chimney sweep that apparently knew what he was doing. And he actually knew how to come in from the bottom. I've never seen that. I would have liked to have been there to see it. Or send a message back in time to yourself and get that videotape so we can see it. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Lee at this point. Lee, are you ready to take it? You're already on video, so let me give you the audio channel. N7KC, go ahead.
Okay. This is N7KC, Lee in Port Angeles. Very, very interesting, very good. Oops, I got to hit this. I have a flip switch, which I tap, and then my old enlarging digital timer takes off over here. I have it set at 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and it gives a big beep when it gets there, and that gives me 20 seconds key the repeater. Well, I've worked in the past. Yeah, it's good. I actually, let's see, Paul and I had lunch with Dave last week. I think it was it Wednesday? I guess it was Wednesday. I have a neighbor that's going over to Swedish Cherry Hill, and he's got an aortic aneurysm, and he had a stroke to boot. And he can't drive, and his wife is slow to drive in Seattle traffic and whatnot. So we've been running him over. He has to go one more time next week to the heart cath lab. And there's another guy in town here that's going to take him over, and then we'll take him over for his operation then on the 7th of June, and so forth. So that's a 150-mile drive and some crazy traffic sometimes and so forth. But I like driving, so what the heck, and they need the help. They're pretty close neighbors. I can't throw a stone to their place quite, but what is it? Maybe it's a quarter mile by where the crow flies. I don't know. Well, anyway, enough of that. This is the big weekend here. Let's see, when the Wanda Fuca Foundation puts on the weekend musical thing, the festival, the Wanda Fuca Festival they call it, which is basically a lot of bands. I think they've probably got 30 bands that come in. They got 4 different stages, that you go around, a lot of the food things and all that. We didn't get down there today, but it's tomorrow and Sunday, or Monday. I imagine we'll probably get down there one day. Been windy here. It's really windy. Last night it was gusting to 22 miles per hour down on the hook, and it was steady at 12 to 15. And of course I mentioned the swifter is going, so those guys, of course, the wind is coming, it's a westerly, so they got to get out to the swifter, which means they're beating, if you know what that means. They're hard on the rim. Oh boy, it must be quite a ride. Anyway, and James, for your information, oops, got my timer. I got 10 seconds delay on Skype. This is N7KC, Port Angeles, and back to net.
Okay. WW7N. You can see that not quite in the corner. I get a little cut off. So that's what happens when you go from 1080p to NTSC. There's about a third of the screen in the lower left-hand corner that is missing. It's interesting how to truncate that. Anyway, let me get it back to net. This is WU7N.
WU7N, this is CD7GYM, Western Washington Amateur Television Society net. Well, let's see how Jim's doing. WB7BHN.
WB7BHN. Well, the computer's doing just fine now. I don't know what was wrong with the thing, but I was sure having trouble there for a little bit. But it's full scale now, and everybody's almost full climbing. 1 or 2 people have got a little multipath on their signal, and it's kind of noisy, but it's real good now. Well, I was talking to a guy back in Minnesota today that he said that last month they were having snowstorms, and this month it was up to 90 degrees, and they haven't had a drop of rain all month. got pollinated. The plum trees got lots of plums on it. And the little cascade blackberries have got blossoms all over on them, and I hope that they get pollinated, because last year there wasn't hardly any, and the year before we did pretty good picking blackberries for blackberry pie. So I'm kind of hoping there's going to be lots of blackberries. And I took a run up in the Capitol Forest there a couple of days ago and found a place where there's blossoms all over the place. If there's just berries on them this year, it'll be real great. So with that, we'll turn it back to that WB7DHN.
WB7DHN, yes. The berries are blooming out here in Lake City, too. However, you know, last year it was very, very dry. The berries did produce a crop, but they were about the size of a pencil eraser, on the tip of a pencil. It was just so dry last summer that they didn't get enough water to really expand into a thumb-sized berry. And reports on the weather have been, this has been the driest month in many, many years. So they were a little bit concerned with this warm weather we're having. It might cause a snowmelt, and that will cause probably some flooding in the next couple of weeks. So anyway, we're not out of the danger zone yet. That's pretty much what I've got to say here in Lake City. So let's move back up to James, WU7ATS.
Well, Jim, I didn't catch that. Do you actually grow berries down there? I mean, just either for yourself or for market?
No, we just go out and pick the little wild ones that are brought out in the woods when they have any of them. The problem down here in my area is there are so few honeybees. Nobody's got any honeybee hives, and then a lot of times they don't get pollinated.
Oh, by the way, Lee, you're on the air. One of these days I'll figure out how to make my picture big and yours small, but right now I can only use one application at a time with this version of Windows on this machine. Well, that's interesting, and Dave, I did not know that this was a dry month, and as Mays go, I thought it was actually maybe a little warm a few days, but we're almost through the month here now, heading into June. And for most days, the weather has just been perfect for my kind of outdoor activity. I really enjoy the weather like this because, in particular, my garage has filled up with a few items from just clean outs and such, and it gives me a chance to put some things in the driveway for a few hours while I sort through things. Unfortunately, Bellevue is becoming the big city, and if you turn your back on it, it'll disappear. So if I really want to get rid of something in a hurry, I'll put it out my front driveway and put a for sale $100 on it, and I'm sure it won't be there by the next day. I had a friend with a toilet seat who did that. He put a toilet seat out on there and put a sign on it for free. No one would take it. And then he put antique toilet seat $100, and it got stolen. Well, with that comment on human nature, let me turn it back to net control. Oh, wait, no, Lee, you're next. Go ahead, Lee.
Okay, very good. N7KC in Port Angeles, Lee here. Well, that's a good idea. I've never heard that. Just put $100 on it. You know, talking about rain, we've had this month 0.08 of an inch of rain. Boy, and we're dry. And so I'm watering the lawn, you know. We get our water here from the Elwha. And the Elwha is running real good right now. And there's a good snowpack this year. 119% up where the snow counts, where it comes down. So we'll probably be okay for water. The only thing here is that you do pay by the cubic foot. It's not very much. And the first 1,000 cubic feet, if the rate is a certain number, and if you exceed 1,000, then it goes up a little bit. And then after you exceed 5,000, it really jumps, you know.
So last summer, I got started watering late, and we lost our yard. So this summer, I'm going to start early. And for all the watering I do, which is a lot, I only exceeded 1,000 cubic feet in 1 month. And so I don't know what's going to happen this month. I'm just going to water and see. Because I hate for the lawn to dry up and die. In Seattle, we let it do that, and it always came back. We had 1 year, the second year we were here, we had a 1% snowpack. And we were on stage 3 of 5 water rationing here before the summer was out. When the Elwha gets down to 200 cubic feet per second, then the fish get the water. And we were down to 280, something like that, cubic feet per second. And it looked for sure like we were going to be in dire straits. And then we had a couple of fortuitous rains that took us out of that terrible slump. So anyway, as long as the Elwha is running good, there's no dams to save the water. There's nothing like that. If water's going into the ocean, all we have to do is just pay for the delivery of it. And, of course, then we have to pay for they assume it's going into the drain, I guess, because we have to pay we also get the bill for the sewer, which is related to how much water we actually take, whether it goes in the ground or not. There you go. Okay, I'm getting down close to time here, so I'm going to stick this little sign up like James says here. And this is N7KC. I'm Lee. I'm in Port Angeles and back to net.
Thanks for that, Lee. James, as far as that image goes, why don't you move your mouse over to your picture and double-click on it, and that may give you a full screen of your image.
Well, that was a helpful suggestion. When I double-clicked on it, I completely disappeared. So I'll be using the time you're talking now and Jim down there to try and figure out how to get that back. I think we got an operator issue here.
Oh my, I'm sorry about that advice. Well, let's go down to Jim, WW7ATS.
WW7ATS. Well, I'm not seeing any of it tonight because I was spinning around on 20 mirrors and didn't get the computer booted up, so I haven't bothered to do it since we started. So I guess I don't get to watch any of everybody's images and see all the things that I can see and see what quality images everybody has. But that's all right. I guess it doesn't hurt to listen once in a while. It is part of the fun of this net, though, is looking at the images everybody's putting out over the air. It's too bad I don't live close enough to get into it. I got on Google Earth the other day and looked at the route between India and Twitter Mountain, but we've got a hill between me and the mountain too. Northeast Pericles runs down through here. Just north of it, there's about a 200 or 300 foot hill up there still. So there's no ways am I going to get any antennas or anything up here where I can receive a 1.2 big signal through the hill and the trees and stuff. It's pretty much helps, but I hope to get set up where I can operate mobile and take the truck up on a hill or something and put the gear in it and work it. It would be fun, I guess, and during the summer when the weather's good, it wouldn't be too uncomfortable either. So that one turns back to that WW7ATS.
Well, that sounds like excitement. Hope that works out. Again, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net. I'm Jay, 87CYM. Well, anyway, we're catching up with all of these house things that are going on, domestic chores, trees, furnace problems. The other thing was the guys from the furnace place said, if you can get this obstruction out of your chimney, your furnace probably is good for about 5 or 6 more years. So they had gone through and cleaned it all out and set the parameters for it for exhaust gas fumes, for carbon monoxide, and went around the house and checked that everywhere, and that turned out safe. But since they couldn't run a full test on the furnace, they said no charge for the 3 hours they worked on it to get a chimney sweep. The other thing was, if I did get a new furnace, I'd have to remove part of the wall because there wasn't enough clearance from the new code in the city of Seattle. A furnace has to be spaced off from a cement wall or a chimney by 34 inches, and I'm something like 28 inches. So I'd have to open up the wall so a furnace could have that span on it. However, the chimney sweep guy, he's pretty knowledgeable of things, and said I should be grandfathered in on that, so we'll have to see how that goes. So anyway, getting a lot of things done. I managed to get rid of a lot of things that my heirs won't have to worry about when I pass on. I had a lot of 2 of everything, and I've just been cleaning that area out in case I had to do the wall. And actually got some room now down in my basement, so that's kind of great. So that was another positive with that. So with that, let's move back up to James, WW7ATS.
Okay, Dave, well, I'm the guy in the lower left. C is the big head in the center. One of these days we'll figure out how to switch back and forth on Skype. I hope you're grandfathered in. That sounds like a very expensive 3 inches worth of wall. I would petition that one. Wow, I've not heard of that one before. You're scaring me. I have a natural gas, what my relatives call a scorched air heating system here. That is, and I haven't had it on for a couple of winters now because I've been able to just kind of get by without it. But I've resolved to get several things cleaned out and dusted and cleaned up before the fall so that I can warm a couple of rooms, because I think it's probably more efficient to heat with natural gas. Also, I think I showed you guys a circuit breaker that had a hole burned through the bottom of it. The little circuit breaker gave its life to turn off the electricity on the circuit, which is a good thing. But I wondered if that was not partially due to loading that circuit down too much. So the natural gas, of course, would come with a different circuit, the blower, so that would be able to keep the rooms I'm in, and I can still run the transmitter and the battery chargers, minus the space heater. And Dave, I want you to know you're quite an inspiration for me in cleaning your house out. I've been doing the same thing. I've had some things accumulating around that someone else, it would just be a real pain for them to deal with. So I've been trying to clean it up and clean it out too, but whether you're thinking in terms of your heirs or just your own personal space, it's just kind of cool to clean an area out and suddenly realize, wow, I didn't know there was that much floor beneath all that garbage. That's amazing. So anyway, with that, I think Lee is next on the rotation. Is that correct, Dave?
That be true.
Let me turn it over to M7KC. Lee, go ahead and take it.
Okay, there we go. I have to wait till the little doodad turns black on my phone before I can hit the key button or the talk button and so forth. But now we seem to be going, and I'm looking at the stream, and it says that it's live, and I see myself. But I got color now. I was 10 seconds a while ago. Well, very interesting. Hey, you know, I've argued this point before, but you really keep track of your breakers and so forth. Get yourself an infrared thermometer. Wonderful, wonderful thing. Write it down. Make a note. Note to self. Get an infrared thermometer. They're just dynamite. I don't know whether James went out and bought one or not. We talked about this one. And he's coming back to the computer now, and he may well have one in his hand. I don't know. He does. He's got an infrared thermometer. Oh, I'm anxious to hear a report about how it works for him. That'll be fun. You know, we're coming around pretty fast, Dave, on these trips. I noticed we're 20 minutes till here. let me tell everybody that I'm using a boom mic on a headset which plugs into my cell phone, and I'm on Echolink using that. Oh, Jason's got one too, just like it, I think. Yeah, right. Yeah, I found mine at Walmart, and I've been looking for 2-3 years for something like that. And I walked into Walmart. We don't have anything else over here but a Walmart in Port Angeles. And I walked in the other day to the electronics section. There it was, right in front of my eyes. Yours might be a little different from mine. I think it is. I believe it is. Because he's got a slot on the top where it goes over his head. Mine's a single piece. So, anyway. Okay, so I don't have anything else to say except for my little bitty sign here that of course, I guess I could be considered third party on video, but since I'm on Echolink, I guess I'm not third party on that. So I'm down to 27 seconds. This is M7KC. I'm Lee. I'm in Port Angeles, and I'm going to send it back to the net.
Well, thanks for that, Lee. Let's go back down to Jim, WW7ATS.
I got to pick up the right mic. I was transmitting on the HF. That probably, hope there was nobody on frequency there. And I talked over them. I do that every once in a while. I got so many mics in front of me, I didn't get the right one. So it's about par for the course, I guess. I really enjoying this weather. It really works out good for us because we've almost got all the yard work and the weeding and everything done. And I've got the sidewalks all pressure washed and the slab in front of the house. So there's a 40 by 40 foot slab right on in front of it. It's kind of strange to park right up close to your house on a concrete slab where you usually have lawn or something. And I was going to cut it all out of there and bury it somewhere on the 7.5 acres I had, but I decided it probably cost me money to do that, so I suppose I'll just leave it where it's at. And it looks real nice now. We've got it all pressure washed and cleaned up, and the seams that it's got 4 big seams up on a board in 4 sections when I poured the thing. And the grass is growing up in it in a few places, and we got all that cleaned out of it. And it's amazing how much black stuff will collect on the concrete sidewalks and slab and stuff like that over a few years. But anyway, we got almost all the projects done around here, and they usually don't get done till about sometime in July, so we're way ahead of schedule due to the weather. And with that, we'll turn it back to net, WB7BHM.
WB7BHM, this is Dave, 87CYM, and this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net. Well, I'm almost talked out. I haven't got anything else new to add outside of just getting a lot of accomplishments done around the old homestead. It'd certainly be nice to see how this arborist trims back these trees. Basically said the trees are in fine shape, they're healthy, except for a grafted apple cherry tree that I have in my backyard. I put it in about 30 years ago. It was one of those trees that had 7 different varieties of cherries grafted onto a trunk. And I planted that, and that tree never did materialize right. Each one of the branches took off in a different direction, and never materialized. I had some cherries the second year of its life, and that was about it. And then I've got an apple tree that's got 2 grafts on it. It's growing over in the neighbor's yard, so we're going to be able to prune that out. And then my big oak tree has finally overlapped my roof a little bit, and we're going to cut that back off. Not my roof, the tree. And also it's going over in with one of the limbs who is touching my neighbor's roof to the south. So that will be removed, and there's a lot of growth over their driveway, so that'll be out of there. The oak trees have this, you get these bugs in the summertime, and it's kind of like a, sort of a syrupy stuff that comes down. I had it over my driveway once, and on my car, it's these little drops of kind of like honey, little tiny drops, water soluble, so you can rinse them off very easy with a hose, and there's still a pain. So made contact with my neighbor, and said Monday is the job, and it was just ecstatic that I had gone to that effort to have the trees cut back onto the property. So that's about what I've got to say, so I'll move it up to James, WW7ATS.
I think someone's video is transmitting. I'm getting a kind of a messed up. Oh, there it goes. It's cleared up. Well, let me give you a headset report. This is kind of interesting. I don't know if you guys can clearly see that headset. It's in the bottom third of the screen, lower left corner.
Oh, we've lost your audio on the 08 repeater. WW7N, 87 CYM. Well, we seem to have lost James. WB7PHN, are you there?
This is WB7BHN, I'm here.
Well, why don't you take it? We seem to have lost James' audio.
Okay, I sure will. I don't know what happened, but we were just talking along and just disappeared, so come back or something if he gets it figured out, or maybe he got interrupted some way. It's kind of hard to say. It's putting down here. I've got so much stuff in front of me. I got to remember which radio I'm on. I was talking about buying a new HF rig, but I start counting up this number I've already got. I definitely don't need a new one. I should sell some of this stuff, but the used stuff isn't worth much money anyway, and I had to sell any of it because if anything goes wrong with it, you get blamed for selling somebody's junk. So I tend to hang on to it for quite a while. Once in a while, I get around to selling something, but I've got the old Kenwood transceiver here and the Icom 706, and this one of the FD2000 that I use all the time, and then I got the Hamon receiver and transmitter and linear amplifier, and the Yaesu FT101 that I haven't really used it in months and months. I should plug it in and try it again and make sure it's still working. And then I got the 891 I guess I'm not short or anything. And with that, we'll make this my 73 round because it's getting about going for mine, and I'm going to have to get out of here pretty soon. So it's fun talking to everybody, and hope I'll remember Wednesday. Maybe I can get in here too. WB7DHN back to net.
WB7DHN. Thanks for that, Jim. Well, let's try James again. WU7N. Are you aboard?
Connected, WU7N.
Okay, this is WU7N coming in on Echolink. I've got a video signal. I think it's coming in over the top of yours, Dave. I think I identified a problem here. I think my my audio transmitter got slightly off frequency. Sorry about that. What I was saying before is that the headset that I thought I was getting the exact same one as Lee. I think it's a little bit different, but it has insufficient audio drive out of the microphone to drive a gateway tower. But it does drive a laptop, more modern studio laptop by Dell under Windows 10. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that or had that problem before. It could be a microphone and keys mismatch. But there's not really enough audio to comfortably drive a gateway tower without putting a microphone amplifier in line. So anybody has comments on that, I'd be interested. I see we're getting fast out of time here, so let me make sure Lee gets a chance here. I'll talk about thermometers next time. Go ahead, Lee.
Okay, S7KC, Lee in Port Angeles. Well, fine. Well, I've got two headsets on. I'm listening to James on Skype with a wireless Logitech because I didn't want any audio feedback from Skype into the mic into the Echolink, and I thought, well, this is the sure way to do it. I look pretty silly with two headsets on and two boom mics and whatnot, but I got Echolink in one ear, and I've got the 08 machine in the other ear. Echolink. So anyway.
This is KD7ZYM. Well, the last minute or so, audio was covered up with static. Don't know what happened there. If it's an Echolink artifact not coming down the line. This is Dave, KD7ZYM. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net. Jim, WB7DHN with a 7.3. So let's see if we can get to James, WU7N.
Okay, I see we're 4 minutes to the top of the hour, so I'll say 73s. And, given my setup here, I'm using air gap audio between my transceiver and the Windows 10 laptop computer, so I'm amazed any of this works at all. So the glass is definitely half full or half empty, or as an engineer would say, the glass does not meet specifications. And on that philosophical thought, I'll turn it back to Net Control. 73s, everybody, good night.
Okay, good night. Good night, Lee, M7KC, James, WU7N, and Jim, WW7ATS. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. We'd like to thank the owners and operators of the 08 machine, the CTAC repeater group, for allowing us to use the 08 machine for voice communication on Wednesdays and Saturdays between 8 and 9 o'clock. Signing off in 2056. Using all 87 CYM clear.
N7KC disconnected.
KI7BOT.